All right, and we are back. We're still in the infirmary of the school. Let's get
Well, welcome back to the horror fest that is Silent Hill, although I think for the most part we're kind of giggling at it more than being scared at it.
Yeah.
I mean, before people jump down my throat and say I'm not taking it seriously or anything like that, for its time, this is actually pretty freaky. And if I had seen this before Resident Evil, it probably would have freaked me the hell out. It's just that Resident Evil and Silent Hill borrow so much from each other.
Yep. I mean, a lot of people tend to forget just how much of an influence Resident Evil had on gaming as a whole, not even just with horror. Like, although, yeah, Alone in the Dark introduced the idea of survival horror, Resident Evil made it mainstream, and then Silent Hill basically saw what Resident Evil did and said, like, hey, we can do it better, and
that's the thing that a lot of people don't tend to be realistic about with Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark, at that point, was a niche PC game. I know that it got a PlayStation release, so don't send that stuff to me, but if people were playing Alone in the Dark, they were playing it on PC.
Mm-hmm.
All right? I've even been told that the PlayStation version of Alone in the Dark, compared to the PC version, is inferior. So at that point, you're playing the PC version. And so Resident Evil was the one that took survival horror, made it mainstream, and that's when Konami stepped in and said, we want to do this too. And hence why we have Silent Hill.
Yep.
Although, some of our listeners have reached out to us and said that there are other ways than PlayStation to be able to play the other two Silent Hill games. I was not aware of this, but both Silent Hill 2 and 3 did come out on Xbox consoles.
Yeah.
So we could technically go that route. However, we couldn't go 360, guys, and that's kind of where the problem lies. 360 would still be that HD collection.
The utter failure that is the HD collection.
Yeah, so we'd have to find the original Xbox games and hope that they work on a 360 because I don't have an original Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, and at least I know with Silent Hill 3, I have a copy of the PlayStation 2 release because I found it at a game store. So
yeah, and who knows? Maybe we'll luck out and we'll be able to find a PS2 copy of Silent Hill 2.
Okay, so gold in an old man's palm, alchemy laboratory, futures hidden in his fist, exchange for sage's water.
Okay,
so that's for the gold medallion, if I'm remembering correctly.
All right,
and then this one. 12 o'clock, a place with songs and sound, so likely the music room. Silver guidepost is untapped in lost tongues, awakened at the ordained order, which means probably some sort of a music puzzle. So let's see. It'll probably be one of the classrooms is where the music room is, but this place also has multiple floors, so let's see. So we're still...
And I could honestly see a music room in an upstairs area.
Yeah. But let's explore. Let's avoid the courtyard for now because I don't want to... Well, yeah. I guess I can't because these doors are locked.
Yeah, so we technically died right before this, so a lot of the work that we had done is not there anymore, including having to deal with the psychotic children.
At least this time I can just pass them by and not deal with them.
I'm gonna say, yeah, please don't tell me we have to fight them. Ah, crap! Well, this one is gnawing on our crotch. I'm not happy about that. No, you do not get to gnaw on our ass. Oh, crap. Did our flashlight run out of batteries?
I think I may have accidentally turned it off when...
Oh, oops.
Fiddling with the buttons.
Oh, there we go. It's back. Please ignore us while we beat the hell out of your friend. Ah!
I guess he didn't take kindly to that. Okay, and so this does have a bit of an auto-aim.
Boom. Just beat the crap out of him. I just have to ask this question. Was it intentional to make their attack look like they're gnawing on his crotch?
Kinda.
That's...
Again, these used to be children in the Japanese release. So
that's the problem I have. They used to be children.
Alright, so guessing by the vibrations, yep, I am in the red. So... let's go with the health drink.
Yeah.
We'll save the first aid kit.
Because I'm guessing the med kit is basically the equivalent of a first aid spray.
Yeah.
So at that point, we need to save that until we're really in dire straits. It's locked. But yeah, welcome back to Silent Hill. And the other thing that I also want to kind of point out with, if you guys want additional Silent Hill games, you guys have got to let us know. Let us know in the comments if you enjoy us playing Silent Hill, and then we can look into that.
All right, so we're right back over here.
Yes, but if we turn right, we could technically go upstairs.
Yes. But I remember there were some items in some of the teachers' rooms, I think. So
let's get whatever items we can.
Yep. Oddly enough, I know a lot of these classrooms, they took inspiration from things like Kindergarten Cop when they were making this game.
Kindergarten Cop, really?
Yeah. Like, I don't remember.
We're talking the Schwarzenegger movie, right?
Yes.
Oh my god. What's probably become one of the biggest Schwarzenegger memes is the "Shut up!"
Yeah, but I know that was like a little tidbit in, like, Did You Know Gaming about Silent Hill. I don't remember if it was with this one or with one of the later games, but I know that Kindergarten Cop inspired kind of the layout of the school setting in the Silent Hill series.
That is actually very surprising. And it's funny that we're talking about Kindergarten Cop, because in my opinion, that's a perfect example of, you can't tell me that Schwarzenegger can't do comedy. Because, well, Kindergarten Cop. It's not one of his best movies, but he can do it.
Better than Junior, at the very least.
Yeah, and and this is kind of sacrilege, but I am not a big fan of My Cousin Vinny either. And it's partially because, in my opinion, having Danny DeVito to bounce off of, it works in some cases, but Arnold was not one of them. I mean, for crying out loud, like, he has better interactions, in my opinion, with Sinbad and Jingle All the Way than he does with Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
And I know that that's going to be sacrilege to a lot of people, but it's just my opinion. I just don't think he bounces very well off of him.
Yeah, and chemistry is important when it comes to, like, pairing the right actors together. And I speak as someone who tried acting and utterly failed at it. Of course, this was in high school, and... Well,
when you've done acting for a while, you can start to tell when interactions are becoming forced. And that's kind of the feel I get with My Cousin Vinny. Is that I almost kind of wonder if Arnold and Danny had some kind of altercation.
Maybe, but it's also tricky because in addition to chemistry, there's a difference between comedic chemistry and dramatic chemistry.
There really is, yes. Hence why certain comedians don't necessarily work with each other. Like, they can respect each other, but like you'll never see them on tour together.
Well, yeah, it's just that was the whole reason why Susan was killed off in Seinfeld, was because the actors who played Susan and Jason Alexander, they couldn't find a way to make the chemistry actually work, and so they basically decided to write her out of the story.
The best way that I know how to explain comedic interaction with people is like, try and throw somebody like Joe Rogan into the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. Doesn't really work.
Okay, so we're in the lab equipment room. This is probably the so-called alchemy lab. And I hear...
And the music has gotten very up-tempo. Should we be worrying about a jump scare? And there's grape juice. Oh, it's a chemical.
This looks important.
Yes. Nothing useful on the shelf.
Getting kind of a Jason Voorhees sort of vibe here.
Yeah. It almost kind of makes me wonder if we've got like a boss fight or something coming up. Oh, hi, kitty. Oh, hi, Danny. Oh, what was the friend in the room? No, it was Mark. Oh, hi, Mark.
Okay. I'm feeling the controller vibrating, so I know I'm running low on health again.
Let's do a health drink again, and then if things are still not...
Okay, so that one is not nearly as bad, so yeah. Let's save the first aid kit for when we need it.
This is just my way of playing Resident Evil, but I wait till forever to use first aid sprays.
That's kind of how it's supposed to be done, because you don't know when you're going to get more items.
Well, because, like, I don't know if it's the same for Silent... Is that a freaking hand?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh, my gosh.
Statue of an old man's hand.
Oh, I thought it was a legit hand.
The fist shut tight as if to never let go. And so we have to exchange for the sage's water, which I'm assuming, wrong button, would be the chemical we found.
Okay.
Concentrated hydrochloric acid.
And... Ah! I'm Thing from the Addams Family! Why did you do that? Okay, so with that we get the gold medallion.
All right. one medallion down, so now we just need the silver.
Now, it makes me wonder, like, we kind of learned this lesson the last time. Do we need to go and use the gold medallion before the next one will unlock for us? Or can we actually pull a Resident Evil and gather crap up?
Well, let's find out.
Okay.
So, we're on the second floor.
Well, and the other thing I was going to say about Resident Evil is that, I don't know if you ever noticed this, but the game penalizes you for using first aid sprays. A lot of stuff that you want to be able to go and find in the game, if you use first aid sprays, you could actually lose access to it. So that's the other thing that you have to consider with Resident Evil games. I'm not sure about Silent Hill, but...
Well, I'm not sure. I guess it would depend on the difficulty setting.
Well, and it's not like we're running this thing herd-cur.
No,
so.
And I doubt we would ever actually do a herd-cur playthrough.
Herd-cur, no.
Because we're not that herd-cur. I mean... If this was a Castlevania game, that would be a different story. Like if we were doing, Order of Ecclesia and we were doing level 1 hard mode.
Yeah, but I'm more comfortable doing that herd-cur because I've played those games numerous times and I can do that. But unlike, I mean, my problem with doing, say, a hardcore run of Devil May Cry, like some people were screaming at me and Brinton ought to do. I like Devil May Cry. I don't play it religiously. I play it when I get the urge. And so at that point, I'm not necessarily the best at it. And I'm usually only ever going to it for the plot.
Let's see if these...
It's unlocked. Okay. Oh, hi, kitties. See, I'm just waiting for this pipe to bust, and it just, like, shotguns damage over to the next guy.
Oh, that would be if this was an American-made Silent Hill.
Yeah, that's true. There's really no such thing as splash damage with Japanese games most of the time. Unless it's like a hardcore RPG, then there is.
Yeah, like hardcore RPG or hardcore bullet hell.
Yeah. Okay. Just make sure he's dead. Oh, I didn't even notice that before, but the designs have like little rib cages on them. Oh.
There we go. Now he's dead.
So after doing our first playthrough of Silent Hill, do you want to know one thing I've kind of realized? The game models look great, don't get me wrong. They look good for the time. If you want to see something that's truly horrifying, look at some of the Silent Hill fan art. Oh my gosh. Like, some of you guys take the designs for some of these minor monsters and just twist them. I'm kind of surprised that, you know, the Silent Hill team hasn't brought you on yet.
Well, that's because they don't exist anymore.
They don't exist
anymore. Konami. No running or playing in the locker room. You can't tell me what to do.
Exactly!
You're the classroom filled. What the hell is that?
I know, right? Do we want to open that?
I don't think we have a choice.
Kitty! Damn it! A freaking cat!
The question is, who puts a cat in a locker?
And later gets it eaten. Sorry about that.
Well...
Okay, well, now I can see how atmosphere is king in this game. Because I was like sitting there going, okay, what monstrosity's coming out of there? I'm like, son of a bitch, a cat!
Yeah, well... This is for Mr. Whiskers!
Well, now we know who ate Mr. Whiskers. I will beat you with no light if necessary. Okay, how do we turn the light back on? Okay, on, yeah.
Yeah, but how did it get turned off?
I don't know. Maybe it just turns off on its own?
Maybe as I'm swinging around, maybe.
Could be. Oh, alright, so... Yeah, that's a thing.
Alright. Let's see. I guess we'll use another health drink.
That's our last one, so after
we've only got the first aid kit. But the pipe's at least proving effective.
Yes.
Which means we haven't had to use any handgun ammo yet. Okay, so we're in the music room.
Now we're in the music room, so... Won't open. Odd doesn't look locked, though. Okay. As long as it's not Mario 64, then I'm okay. It's written in blood.
A tale of birds without a voice. First flew the greedy pelican, eager for the reward, white wings flailing. Then came a silent dove, flying beyond the pelican as far as he could. A raven flies in, flying higher than the dove, just to show that he can. A swan glides in to a peaceful spot next to another bird. Finally, out comes a crow, coming quickly to a stop, yawning and then napping. Who will show the way? Who will be the key? Who will lead to the silver reward?
That is a good question.
Well, I'm assuming that the birds are probably going to be tied to the music notes somehow.
Probably. I mean, we could spoil the heck out of this right now, and
well, let's
see if we can find it.
Well, let's see, because I'm sure there's some sort of a puzzle thing.
That's kind of what I'm seeing from playing this. Is these do usually have fairly easy interactions.
So first the pelican, then the dove, then the raven, then the swan, then the crow.
Okay.
I mean, unless you might be right, we might have to put the gold medallion in the clock tower before it'll open the piano.
Could be.
Well, let's see.
Can we not even interact with the piano?
Well, it said it was locked, so...
Alright. Yeah, so we probably have to go out there
and brave the deadly children.
This game does not like to make things simple or easy. Ah! Stop nibbling on my ass! Oh, on our ass. Yeah, that doesn't really work here.
And
dead. Okay, so...
Well,
did we save just before we got the gold medallion?
We didn't, but it should allow us to continue.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because we do get checkpoints.
Oh, okay. So when the light turns off, enemies will have a harder time spotting Harry. It'll cut down the number of times you're surrounded, let him avoid battles, or even so. I guess there is an incentive to turn off the light.
All right, so let's get back in there.
All right, well, let's see if we still have the item. Nope.
Nope. Okay, so let's get back there and grab the gold medallion first, and then we'll...
Yep, at least now we know where to go and what to do, which involves burning a hand. We also know we need to go to the second floor. So, let's see. Those two doors are locked.
Yeah, we have to go through the courtyard.
All right.
To get there. So... I know, right? But I want to hold you, Daddy. Other way. Ah, damn it.
I'm gonna give this trick a try.
If we know where we're going, then yeah, it should probably work. Through that door. Then turn right. And this is where the stairs were.
Okay.
Now, as far as the classrooms, that's where I'm a little lost.
Well, the radio's not blaring, so it's probably safe to turn it back on.
Yep. Okay. So now that we have that.
Okay. So
I think the first classroom was the science one, wasn't it?
Yeah, the lab. That's where we got the chemical to burn the hand.
Yeah, that's the downside, is you can't look at the map without the flashlight.
Okay. Well, I know nothing's gonna jump out.
Yeah, I think you need to have the flashlight on, and then you can interact with it. Just trying to remember, was there anything else in here aside from the chemical?
No.
Okay.
Nothing that was interactable.
Okay. So then... let's do that.
Okay. So I know this area is safe.
Yep.
Because this is where the hand is. We've got some
And there
handgun
were,
bullets
yeah, there
over
were some
here.
ammo in here. Okay, so we have handgun bullets now.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and pour the grape juice on it. Get some of that purple rind. Gold medallion.
So this time we're going to try going back down to the clock tower.
Yes, so we've gotten the gold medallion again. Let's just go straight downstairs. Wow, this place was kind of overwhelmed with children this time.
It's almost like it's a school or something.
Yeah.